Yeah.
What's up, guys? Fregosa here with another episode of the Headspace Studios podcast, and I am here with Charles Woods, creative, filmmaker, all the...
Yep.
Charles, great to have you, man.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So kind of just introduce yourself to people, let people know who you are, what do you do.
Okay.
You maybe start with how we met you. We met you here in the studio. You'd rented out our space to do a music video and a little bit of a film. So yeah, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so my name Charles Woods. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm an entrepreneur. I don't really look at myself as a filmmaker, but I am a filmmaker. I am a filmmaker. So basically, I met you guys here at the Headspace. We rented out the space, and I did like a project with my buddy Ferrari Yellow, and it was an amazing space. And I just like how you guys operated here. It was just perfect for what we was trying to do. And that's really what I am, a filmmaker, photography. I can cut your grass too. I can clean your gutters out, for real. All of the above. So, but I'm really a freelancer. Yeah, freelancer, videography, photography.
Now, how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for like 7 years, not too long.
Okay.
So I only got 7 years because I started off phone, playing around with it. And so I was filming from a phone for like 2 years, music videos. And then I started taking it serious probably like 4 years in. Because I wasn't at first.
Now your film projects, is that attached to it's Fat Boy CJ Films, correct?
Yes.
Now that's basically all your film work is attached to that.
Exactly. Even my photography, like everything. Yep. Everything is attached to that brand.
Now walk me through how you went from phone to camera to making a decision, a conscious decision to say, you know what, I'm going to start shooting music. And it looks like you have some people underneath you that you shoot. I don't know if they're on a label with you or if they're, repeating clients, but just walk us through the process of, hey, I'm going to start this film thing.
Okay.
And then how'd you walk here? How you get here?
Because first of all, music is everything to me. So I'm into music first. So first I started off as an artist in St. Louis, just doing music, playing around with it, taking it a little serious. And then when I did my first video, I ran into my first video. I did a video with this guy, didn't like how he did it. So I'm like, okay. And then my uncle, he kept telling us, oh, y'all paid him to do a video. Y'all should do it yourself. So I started filming my cousin on the phone, and it started from there. So I filmed him on the phone. I used this old HP laptop, start putting the phone footage on there, and it started from there. So I just started doing that. So first I started off doing free videos. And then I eventually graduated, $50 videos, B-rolls included. Because I had my dad, my father-in-law, he gave me his camera that he never used, just for vacations. Manual focus, no autofocus. So manual focus. So it's I started phone, then his camera. And then I eventually graduated. I was like, you know what? Tax season coming up. We finna get a lot of money back, so I finna take this hit and spend $3,500 on a camera, a mirrorless camera. Everybody told me don't do it. They told me to go DLSR. They said don't spend that much money, just spend $800, $500. But they didn't know I was trying to take it professional. So I was just trying to get over that hump. And that's pretty much how I got into this, because I was a mail carrier.
Musician, mail, just trying to scrap, trying to make it.
Yup, just figuring it out, okay. And that's because it's not my passion. This is not something I was young and wanted to do. I always wanted to do music.
Yeah.
It was never videos, and somehow we got here.
I'm in the same boat, bro. I didn't sign up for this. I was talking to a buddy about it today. I thought I was going to be a musician, and turns out it's tough to make some money, but this is a lot like music to where you get to still create. You get to be around music. I do a lot of music videos for people, right?
Yeah.
I'd be doing more. You got to quit doing free videos, bro. That's I can't compete. Nate and I are in trouble if you still got those prices. We have to talk later. So what camera did you end up getting?
So I got the Sony A7 III.
It's a great camera.
Yes, bro. That was the god of cameras at the time. The Sony A7 III. This is what I started with. And I still film with it to this day.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And I was filming with the kit lens for 3 years. The 24 to 70.
Yeah.
For 3 years.
There ain't nothing wrong with that one.
Nothing. Trying to figure out okay, boom, what I'm gonna do. But I'm just steady seeing videos how do I get my stuff to look like that? Whole time I'm thinking it's the body. No, lenses, my boy.
It's the
Lens, because the body, you have to understand, the body can depreciate all day long. It's the glass. That's it. And that was the thing that I was like stuck at for a long time in my career, like stuck into gear and why my family wasn't supporting me. That was like the two things that it held me back. It did.
Well, let's kind of like segue into that, because to
Yeah.
get where you're at now, there are obstacles. There is this portion of convincing family
Yeah.
that what you're doing is not crazy. You know,
Exactly.
anybody who sits in that chair has gone through that process.
Exactly.
So walk me through that. You know, what were some of the objections? What were some of the, proofs in the pudding too of like, hey, here were their objections, but when did they start to see?
Right. And I really feel like, hold on, let me start fresh because okay. Basically, when I got into this, I really wanted them to accept like, okay, he trying to do something better. He trying to do like more than just, okay, work a job. He actually starting a business. So people didn't really understand in the beginning because my journey is different. Like I quit the post office for this. Like it was just, yeah, man, come on now. Who quitting the post office? And then you not even at the potential that you can be at. You still kind of like rookie. You don't have no plan. I didn't have no plan, nothing. So it's like I quit my job. A lot of people wasn't with that. I spent like $3,000 on the camera. They wasn't with that. Like, and I'm new to it. I didn't go to school for this. So it's like I'm expecting them to be for me, but they wasn't. It took years for my family to see like, oh, okay, he really don't work a job and he really got 2 kids and a wife and he taking care of them. How? Like something gotta be working, and they still kind of blinded by the light, still like kind of like they still don't understand that I'm running a real legitimate business. Like seriously. So them the obstacles I just had to deal with, them not believing this.
Well, let me ask you this. Were there any moments in that process of getting to where you're at? And I know, we were talking before cameras are rolling. You're not where you want to be. This isn't, you haven't arrived. Like,
Exactly.
we're still moving.
Got work to do.
Still a lot of work to do. But in that process, has anybody come up to you and been like, hey man, this is legit? And what made them make the transition from that's a fake life, that's not real, you need to get a real job, go back, to making the transition to, man, you're doing something?
And I say that because to answer that question, it go back to, he got 2 kids and a wife, and his wife don't work neither. She quit the post office with me.
Okay.
She did it before me. It's the crazy thing, because she was there too. She was a postal carrier in Baldwin, so she quit first. And the whole plan was for me to stick it out until we can get the track history to be able to get a house. Because it's like hard when you starting off entrepreneur and you don't have the 2-year history of making much money. So she was just like, just stick it out. We gonna do this. We gonna basically stick it out here to do that. So, and I think people really noticed it because they like how they both don't have a job.
Yeah.
Like, cause what this is a job. I don't want to say it like that, but like.
But it's not a W-2. You're not
Exactly.
going to an office. It's a very different.
Yes.
It's a very different thing, and it has its own struggles. When
do.
no one's telling you, if you don't have a boss telling you to get to the office,
Man.
some days it's hard to get up in the morning.
Yes. Yes.
5 a.m.'s easy when you got a boss.
Easy.
Easy peasy. But if you ain't got no boss and you're the boss, that
Yes.
guy's easy on me sometimes,
do.
He cut me slack.
And that's the main reason why I think they like, dang, then they haven't asked us for help in a while. How are they doing this? And that's how, and it's like, when I first started, man, I made $7K one year. Like when I first quit my job,
yeah.
I made, because I have to file, because I want to see what a legitimate business, what I'm really making. Like I have to keep track. So it's like 1 year, 7K, and then it just went up from there. And then people just start to believe it. To go answer your question once again, the 2 kids and a wife.
Yeah.
And they doing their own thing. How?
Yeah.
Simple. And that's what making them think like they not asking for help or none of that. So they got to be doing something right.
Well, that leads me to my next question, because you said that this wasn't a passion.
Right.
What is the itch? What's the draw? How do you go from, and I'm not chastising you because I made the same transition from a great job
Yep.
into, nah, I'm not built this way, right? So I'm an entrepreneur. What is that itch that draws you to kind of making your own path? Why?
the reason my itch for that is like, number one, okay, I can work all these hours, but I'm working towards us. I'm working towards me and my family. The second thing, freedom. I'm not gonna lie, like it's much more freedom. Even though, yeah, we could get crazy and work 16-hour days, but we still get our freedom. We still get the, okay, enough is enough. I can get my own vacation. And then the third thing is like, I prayed for this. I prayed to be able to like take care of my family off of this. Even though it wasn't a passion, every day before I used to go to work, I used to just pray to God because I'm very spiritual. I used to just pray like, okay, I just want to be able to take care of my family off this. I don't even want to be rich and famous. I just want to be able.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm able now. And that's my main thing where, okay, I got to just keep going because this is what I prayed for.
There's something really powerful about that, being able to provide for your family or for yourself,
Yes.
without relying on anyone else, or without relying on a W-2
Exactly.
or a boss. What was the first year that you actually? Because I mean, 7K, that's not going to cut it, right? So what was the first year where you said like, we might be able to do this? And don't disclose how much you did that year if you don't feel
Exactly.
comfortable. But what was the year where you said, dude, deep breath,
Yeah.
we might make it?
Last year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so last year was the year to
fresh.
where like, because one of my milestones was like, okay, as a mail carrier, I got to make more than what I made. And once I can do that, I just see like, okay, I could do that, then I can make it happen. If I can make more than a government job, really like with my finances. And even though this is the crazy thing, people are always saying what they make a year, but they not telling you how much it costs to run it. They not telling you like, okay, this is the net. Okay, what are you spending to keeping it running? What are you taking care of? Yes. And what I learned being an entrepreneur is like, okay, I made more than that, but that still ain't enough. It's not like it's never a point to where like you just satisfied. Well, at least me. It's like now next milestone. I just got to keep going. And with the business, it's like, okay, I know I can do that, and I know I can do so much more. And that's all that taught me.
Well, growth comes with more positions that open up as you grow.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'll put them on blast. You got a cousin in here filming, right?
Yeah.
And that might be like hey man, I can give you a couple bucks. It's great.
Exactly.
But there's only so many times you can ask your buddies, your cousins, your friends to help out till you're like, okay, I gotta pay someone. Now you're an employer.
Exactly.
And all that money, quote unquote, that you're making
Exactly.
goes out, but you get to what's cool about that is I don't want to speak for you. What do you find rewarding about that?
What I find rewarding about that, making the money that I am making, okay, being a solo entrepreneur, a filmmaker, the thing that I'm like I just said, my niche in that is like being able to do that. I never had faith. Like I relied on a job my whole life. And I just looked at it like, how I'm able to do this? Like me, I'm able to do this like if I just keep my head on straight, keep having faith, don't give up. So I'm able to make way more than I made at a job. No way. That's just what's keeping me like, how? I was just brought up to where like, you crazy if you do something like that. You better get a job.
Oh, it's really scary.
Yes.
I think that's the thing. There's what type of stress load did you take on making that? How easy was it for you to actually make that jump?
It wasn't easy because I ain't had no plan. No good credit, no backup, nobody help, nothing. See, we got to go back into like how I got there because it was like a whole situation what happened with me and my family. Like I had my sister call my job on me. Like he recording, we was mad at each other. He recording, she sent them videos of me and they put me off the clock for a year. So it's a backstory to what even led me here. Once they put me off the clock for a year, I didn't have nothing. So by the grace of God, my business started taking off. Like people start booking me. I start able to raise my prices more. So I'm like, okay, this is what started working for me. Got my job back and quit.
Yeah.
Got my job back. Even got the route that I wanted to. Like I got put off the clock for a year, all for me to get the route that I want to get and be able to go back and work how I want to work. And that's the backstory. It's like a backstory to it, how I got here. And yes, they gave me a lot of money too. So it kind of like worked in my favor. I didn't have no plan or nothing, but the situation what happened with the United States Postal Service, like, put me off the clock. Then they paid me all that money because I won my case with them.
Okay, but that I mean, that in itself provides a little bit of safety net and a little bit of freedom that helps you take that jump. That's huge.
It's huge, and I can't even down talk to them because without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And it just, even though it happened like that, it was like a messed up situation, but they taught me a lot being there.
Have you heard the parable? And I'm gonna mess this up. I don't think I've told this on the podcast yet.
Okay.
But it's one that I repeat often. It's a parable of a farmer, and his son says, "Father, all the horses have escaped."
Okay.
He's like, "That's a bad thing, right?" He goes, "Well, maybe." And then the next day, all the horses come back, and there's like hundreds of wild horses with them.
Okay.
And they herd them into their pen. They're like, "Father, we're wealthy now. We have
Okay.
all these horses."
Okay.
He says, "Isn't that good?"
Right.
Well, maybe. And then the next day, he's training one of these wild horses. He gets knocked off, and the kid breaks his leg. He's like, "Father, how misfortunate we are.
Exactly.
I have a broken leg. Isn't this so bad?" He says, "Well, maybe."
Okay.
And then the next week, the military shows up recruiting people for the military, and the son's like, "I can't go. I got a broken leg." "Well, isn't this a great thing?" And the father again says, "Well, maybe." And so all that to be said is, when you're going through that 1 year of being, set on the sidelines for the post office, you're thinking, what a horrible thing.
Yeah.
What a horrible thing. But maybe.
Exactly.
But maybe. I mean, it flips, and God is good like that. Life is good like that.
It is.
That's pretty astonishing. I'm glad you shared that portion of it, because that's insightful for people watching, a lot of people who watch our podcast are creatives.
Right.
And so they're going through the same struggle as you. Clients won't call me back. And I don't have no jobs. And they won't pay the rate I need. And I'm struggling. And
Exactly.
that hardship, might lead to a better maybe.
And it always do. And I say it do. And the only thing it is like you don't know at the moment when you're going through it. But it'd be like, okay, it get greater later every time. And the pain
I like
be
that,
worth
greater
it.
later.
Yes.
It's going to get greater later.
The pain be worth it because I ain't had no idea. Like, and people ask me, like, how do you do it? I just show up. It's simple. Like, you just got to show up. And then you got to understand, okay, it's not always about trends. It's about what you like to do as well.
Yeah.
And if nobody is booking you, film yourself. Practice on yourself. Like, I don't understand. It's no reason to cry about that no more, because it's like a real creator. You know what? They ain't booking me. I finna set this tripod up.
Yep.
I finna make something happen, and you just gotta be that way.
I'm laughing because there's been many times that I've sat in here and filmed content for, our own thing. Like, hey, I'm just gonna make some content today because we need to be creating. Right? That's great. So tell me, you have a camera. You've kind of stepped out in faith. You had this windfall of a settlement, sounds like, and you got your camera.
Yeah.
You're starting to book more. Where are people coming to you through Instagram? Is this word of mouth? How are you building that clientele?
So basically, I built like this clientele off of Facebook and Instagram, man. Like, I ain't never had no website. I had a website. I tried to start, like, I did one for like 3 months. That ain't my market. Like, and I'm understanding, like, these people is like booking me through Instagram, word of mouth, being trusted. Like, they sending me their money through PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay. It's like that. So social media has like, I made over like 6 figures, like, on social media.
That's great.
Yes. Like, no website. And that's my journey. And that's people be asking me like, okay, how you do this, how you do that. I cannot tell you that. I'm not that guy because my journey is way different. And it's like people feel like they need websites to get booked. And it's just more, only thing that I feel with a website is just the professionalism. I'm missing out on so much more money without having one. And this is what I'm learning, because some people is like, okay, we in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm not finna just send anybody my money. That's not how I'm doing. And I know I lost a lot of clientele by just, okay, Cash App, Apple Pay. Yeah. You ain't got no invoice or nothing. So now I move way different now. Yeah. Now it's just different, and it's just more professional anyway, because it's like we in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You got if you know, you know,
Yeah.
man. So it been a struggle. Yes, it's a struggle trying to like just do that, man.
So tell me about the last few projects that you've done with artists.
Okay.
Did my homework, did a little research. I know
Okay.
that you filmed the Yellow Ferrari video was
Yeah.
filmed here in our studio, and a few other locations, but you
Yeah.
guys used us as one location. How do you meet the clients, and are the clients exclusive to you? Are they part of your team, or are those just clients that you're filming for and then they move on? How does that
Yeah,
work?
so kind of it's like really I ain't got like no team or nothing for real. It's just certain clients that come back and repeated clients that come back and forth and we just make each other look good. Basically, and he one of them, Ferrari Yellow one of them. He like a repeated client, and even before the music, we was always like had a relationship back and forth. I always wanted to work with him. He always wanted to work with me. So, and a couple other of my clients, like we said, they just come from like Facebook, get booked from off of their word of mouth. But really, I'm venturing off into music videos. That's just not my niche no more.
What are you looking to do next?
I got some weddings coming up. So I got a
Okay.
few weddings. And that ain't what I want to do my main thing, but I do want to just venture off and see how that is.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting into like film and like movie type of things now. Like I want to be more in tune with like the lighting and the set, like setting up a set instead of just running gun. Even though running gun cool.
Pays the bills,
but
yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Cause I ain't want to say it like that, but like music videos, that's the foundation of this.
Yeah.
But I'm just heading into a different direction. That's my main thing right now, trying to navigate that. Even though music videos pay the
Well,
bill.
I mean, you'll find as you do.
Exactly.
Even with music videos, the more in studio stuff you do, you can get some crazy lighting. You can do some cinematic stuff. You know,
Exactly.
it's a huge world out there for film, and
It
there's.
is. It is.
I mean, you can make some money doing, man, weddings pay the bills too.
It do.
It's a lot of work, and it's tough dealing with people because that's their special day
Exactly.
for sure. But that's a good paying gig.
And when you first starting off, it's different. So I never did weddings, so this will be my first one. So it's like, yeah, sometimes you got to undercut yourself as well just to get the portfolio. Because I never got weddings, so I'm like, okay, I can work with these people, get this under my belt. Hopefully, it's kind of like bring me more, but we're gonna push to get more. Even though, like you said, it's harder. It is. You got to be real socializing with people, and some people just can't do that in business.
So you said you don't have a team; it's just you, right?
Yeah.
Solo shop.
Yeah.
That makes it tough too because then your bandwidth. You
Yeah.
got 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
2 kids and a wife.
Yeah.
That takes up a lot of energy. Tell me about
do.
tell me about your family a little bit.
It do, man, and it's just crazy because a lot of people don't get the experience like where I come from, the neighborhood that I come from. A lot of people don't experience like you there with them every day. Like she an entrepreneur just like me. I see my wife every single day. I'm waking up to her and 2 kids, so it's like it get challenging. And us as creators, I feel like we gotta be in a mood to be the best creative as we can. I'm hearing floor stumping, boom, boom, knocking it.
Yeah.
Like, so it kind of get hard because we do still got a life. And we got to balance that out. But as a man, it ain't no excuses. We got to
Yeah.
get it done, but it's still like, y'all got to understand us too. We have a life. We don't just press a button all the time. That ain't what we doing. So it's hard balancing that out with 2 kids and a wife, man.
It's funny you said you got to be in a mood. I was talking to Nate before you got here.
Yeah.
I have to do a lot of administrative work
Okay.
now at this point because agency, and then we have the studio,
Okay.
and we're moving, and there's just a lot of paperwork, a lot of.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. I'm a creative, so I spend a couple hours doing that. I told him I just got to sit on the couch and like try to get back in the mood.
Yes,
I got to get in the mood to
Yes.
create again. And getting in that mood, sometimes I have to walk around the block. I have to go
Exactly.
outside. I have to like take the analytical brain off and maybe put on the creative brain again. It's so difficult to do.
Yes.
And around kids, and around a wife that you're taking care of. A lot of
Yes.
times you gotta like get out the house and walk,
do.
and then just try to.
You do. Try to get that niche back because
So maybe that's a good segue into your creative process of, a client comes to you, hey, I got an idea for a music video. How do you walk them through that process? Is it them leading the way and you kind of shaping it? Or is it the other way around where you lead and then they say, well, I kind of want to do this. And you're like, well, no, this is the vision. How do How do you work with your clients in that fashion?
So it's kind of like both ways. Sometimes they have an idea and they want to bring it to me and I bring it to life, or I go in with them and like, okay, you don't have no ideas, let me help you. And I first start with like a planning board on Milanote. I use Milanote. Milanote.
Okay,
Yes, that's how
Milanote.
you say it. I use that a lot. It's like a drawing board, basically.
Okay.
Like pick from other videos and get like sequences and shots and kind of like base it off of that.
So it's a storyboardy
Yes.
kind of like.
Yeah, it's a
Platform.
storyboard, like kind of like a mini treatment.
Yeah.
What I'm kind of writing out for them, because some people don't have a lot of ideas, locations, and I offer that as well. Like I can write a treatment for you and help you with that. And I like doing that better instead of running guns because I hate coming into situations where I don't know what I'm coming into.
Yeah.
I just don't. And then it's like a lot of bouncing around. I'm just like, that's not what I'm going for now. I want I want us to act out. Okay, you walk into the camera on this verse, or within this 30 seconds, we just film this. I'm venturing off into more of a production type of set of videos. That's what I want to get into, kind of like that. So I do both, man, running guns and treatments, but I prefer treatments.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, when you're doing are you doing all the treatments yourself too? Or you have
Yeah. So
from
I just
A to B, all of it.
Yes, everything, man, just all me. I'm for real, like really a solo entrepreneur, man. So I write the treatments down, think of the plans, drive to the locations, like scout
Scout 'em.
Yes, man. Know when the sun come up, use the app, like everything I have to know because it's better when you know what you're walking into, when you know what you're getting.
Well, because when you're out there, that's your set.
Exactly.
And so it's not flip the light on. You literally have to know when's sundown, when's that happening. I remember the first time I had to do a call sheet for a larger production that I was doing. And I literally took a call sheet from back when I was acting.
Yeah.
And I just copied like what they had on there, right? But I didn't realize like, oh, dang, they got a hospital on there. Why would they have a hospital? Well, okay, somebody gets hurt. Okay, that's a good idea. Sundown. What's the sun up, sundown?
Right.
Oh, that probably tells them where the. Oh man, I really don't know what I'm doing, do I?
Exactly. It's much bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a long time ago. That was a great first experience putting that together. But so that's where you would like to head. Yeah. So does that mean that you're looking to grow your shop? You're looking to bring people on? What's next for you in your journey towards that film? Because I mean, doing a wedding by yourself is a big load to take on if that's where you're going to move.
Yeah, so basically, I'm looking to bring on people. My cousin, he on right now, one of him, I'm just trying to like teach him the camera basics. And I also want to bring different creators on. But you know, when you're a solo entrepreneur in St. Louis, the budgets be like budget friendly. You got to start being able to pay other people, like if you're going to bring them on. So I am looking for a team, but I'm looking for a team I don't have to guide too much. Like a person to where like, okay, I don't have to teach you the camera basics. Like I don't have to teach you to edit. So I'm really looking for a team like that. And I really do want to build here in St. Louis. That's my goal. But I understand at this point, I got to move around.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had mentioned when you were coming, you're filming other places too, not just St. Louis. Tell me about with the other markets that you've been dabbling in.
Chicago, Florida, Atlanta, like them places. Them like the only really places. My next step is to get to New York and like just film out there. Even if it's not people, even if it's just like content, short reels, anything. I just want to get to New York and back to Florida just to film like more of what I'm into. Like just basically, because I'm at the point right now, I'm just like really trying to find that niche again because I'm not so creatively there, like happy with like far as like music videos and what I'm filming. I can't even lie to you. Like I'm not into what I'm filming.
Well, let me ask you this. Out of all because there's so many little parts of film, right? So you could be holding the camera, you could be holding the mic, you could be working with the actor, you could be, doing the scouting locations, you could be editing, you could be doing pre or post. Like, what out of all of those things, what is your most joyful portion of that?
Filming, just
Holding the camera.
Yes.
Boom. I'm the DP. Get out my way.
There you go.
Yeah.
DP on the set. That's what I want to be, to where like I ain't even gotta edit it. I don't even care to edit and sit in front of the computer. I wish I can just film all day and have editors. Like, here you go. I can trust him with editing, because I tried it before, like filming and then sending the video off, but when it came back to the client, this ain't your work. This ain't what I expected.
Yeah.
So that just didn't work for me.
That's tough.
Because I was kind of like losing money, like as I'm doing that, trying to build with other creators. Here, can you edit this, because I'm overloaded with work? But when it come back to the client, this not what I expected. So that experience was kind of bad for me too. It's kind of hard.
Finding good editors, or
Yes.
editors that can mimic your style, or editors who have a great style of their own.
Right.
I'm the worst. I got a buddy of mine. I'll give him a shout out. Adam, Anagram Film down in Cape.
Okay.
He shot quite a few of my music videos, and I'm right behind him, like my backseat driver. I'm like, well, move that over here, and he's like trying to edit, just shaking his head. But he's great as a owner.
Yes.
You have a different responsibility to the client of what's being delivered.
Exactly.
And if you don't have freedom to tell your editor, hey, I don't like this, I like this, your editor's got to have some thick skin, because the problem is they're creative too.
Exactly.
Right? They're like, you don't
hard.
like my video that I cut? That was the best thing I've ever done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know how it is as a creative.
So you're moving. So we went from music
Yeah.
to here.
Yeah.
Future stuff is going to be wedding.
Yeah.
Looking to build a team.
Yes.
Looking to expand here specifically in St. Louis, which we love, because we're here. We're trying to go too.
We trying.
Yep. We'll help and support you in any way that we can. Where can people find you?
Man, they can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Fatboy CJ Films, even TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, all platforms. Fatboy CJ Film, boy with an I, not a Y.
Boy.
Boy.
Well, before we go, I want to give you space to talk about anything we didn't talk about.
Okay.
Pick our brain. We got a couple more minutes here. Nate will yell at me when we start running out of time. What did we not cover about you that we're missing?
Pretty much everything. You really covered like a lot of stuff. I really ain't got nothing to say.
I want the skeletons, bro. How do I get your music? How do I get your music? How do I get your album? Where can we find you?
That's the thing. Like, I don't, and that's why I stopped doing music, because, man, I got to a point to where the music I was doing, drill music, like I'm young doing drill music, talking about guns and all that. And then I got to a point in my life, that's not what I'm doing no more. I had 2 kids, I got a wife, so it's like, if I'm not rapping like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, I ain't rapping. So that was my thing too, because even when I got to the camera and stuff, I was still kind of like, okay, doing music a little bit. And I'm like, okay, I want to film myself because people into my music, but I just let it go. Like, no, I can't. I just can't. All my old stuff is trash. It's just like I'm rapping about violence, but that ain't me no more. I'm not there, so there's no reason for it to come out.
Different
trash.
life.
Yes, bro.
Different life.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
A blessed life, dude.
Yes.
We are the lucky ones.
We are,
for sure.
We
Mr.
are.
Woods, appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, man.
Yeah.
Shout out them boys, man. Shout out them boys.
Yeah.
And another thing that I wanted to ask you, some questions.
I'm in.
I wanna
We don't
ask
have
you
to cut
just
it.
one question.
What you got?
Okay. What trials and tribulations have you got over being a filmmaker of your own? Like, what is the hardest things, the steps that you had to take? It ain't even got to be with people.
Yeah.
It can just be like
Show
your
ain't
journey.
long enough. We're
Exactly.
the main one, a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
A lot of the same things that you did.
Okay.
My path was very similar. Started in music.
Yeah.
Went to film.
Okay.
Mostly in front of the camera, acting. Then behind the camera doing PA work. The biggest obstacle was people around you not understanding you.
Exactly.
As a creative, no one's going to understand you. I'll say it to the camera. As a creative, no one's going to understand you.
No one.
That's okay. And it'll be years before you get, and you may never get family to understand you fully.
Yeah.
I'm old enough in my years now. I had my family here recently
Okay.
for my birthday and hanging out and spending time with me. First trip to St. Louis. I've been here for 7 years,
Okay.
and I had some beautiful moments with my brothers who said, "Dude, we get it. Like,
Right.
it's been long enough now.
Yeah.
You've had full-time gigs that were great W-2 jobs that you quit. I don't know why you did that. Multiple jobs that were just crushing and you
Crushing.
walked away.
Yeah.
But getting to spend a week with them,
Man.
meeting my friends here, meeting my business partners here, seeing the things that we're building here,
Yeah.
they got a chance to take a step back and say, okay, we see what you're doing. We still don't fully understand, but we get why you would grasp
Exactly.
at what you're going for. And if I can give you any encouragement in what you're doing, eventually,
Yeah. I need
family,
some tips.
family and friends eventually will maybe not get behind you and push,
Right.
but at least stop pushing in the other direction.
Exactly.
And that's all we, as a creative, that's
That's all we
all you can ask for is friends and family to stop trying to stop you.
Exactly.
Don't even help anymore.
Exactly.
Just stop pushing in the other direction, and eventually you make enough waves. You keep doing exactly what you're doing, man, and you will make it happen.
Appreciate you. And what tips you got for me as just being an entrepreneur?
Specifically, keep hanging around us, bro.
Okay.
We're going places.
And that's my dog, bro.
Yeah.
And that's all I had to really say, man. We really got everything that I went through, my trials and tribulations, man. Me starting a job, quitting a job, good paying job, good benefits, like everything just to do this. So yeah, a lot of people just won't understand this. They think our job is easy and it's not.
That's the hardest part is walking away from the golden handcuffs, walking away from a
golden
great.
handcuffs. Like it's just embedded for you at a job. Like, but this, deep in details.
Something different.
Yeah.
Something
So I
different.
appreciate you for having me, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.